Summer is all about getting outside and beating the heat in the water, but unfortunately the pool puts our little ones at risk of accidental drowning.
That's why it is so vital we teach our kids how to swim as early as possible. Joining us now with some life-saving information is Teresa Hickey with Brandon Sports and Aquatic Center. World's largest swimming lesson happening this week in a few days.
On Thursday at 10 o'clock at BSAC.
What exactly is it?
So the world's largest swimming lesson was started about almost 10 years ago, and by the World Water Park Association, and it was developed to bring awareness to swimming lessons and how swimming lessons can save lives.
Yes. Now, we know that it's important that our kids learn how to swim, but I want to place the emphasis on how young should we start these swimming lessons. I have a 1-year-old. We've heard on our show doctors talk about a dry drowning. Is that a concern, and how young should we start our babies off?
Well, at BSAC, or Brandon Sports and Aquatic Center, we start them at 6 months of age.
Wow.
It's important to start them at that age. I mean, you should be aware of the dry drowning aspect, but it's really about when children inhale the water, and if you're going to be right there with 6-month-old, your 1-year-old, less likely that they're going to be inhaling, because when you start children at that young of an age, you're going to be teaching them how to close their mouth, hold their breath, and when they're going underwater.
And it makes sense, but I didn't realize when they are that young, they're used to being in the womb, so a lot of that comes naturally. Is that what
it does? It does come naturally. You have to teach them what to do and how to do it, how to close their mouth as they're going under the water. But sometimes that dry drowning is based on, you know, people splashing, and you're breathing, and maybe you're under too long, and then you're coming up, and then you're sucking in the water.
Does it depend on the child as far as how many lessons you actually get, or how often you should keep it up? You know, doing it every summer?
You should do it every summer, because even though swimming is a life skill, sometimes if you don't swim during the year, you may get a little rusty. So by doing it every year, you're regaining those skills, you're regaining confidence, and it really depends upon how quickly the child can pick it up. Sometimes it'll take children a few lessons to pick it up, but then others it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
We want to discuss pool safety at home, the different layers that fences that go around the pool, alarms that are on the doors. Talk a little bit about what new parents should be aware of when they're having young babies.
Right. Well, if you have any body of water, and it's not just a swimming pool, I mean, even if you have a little pond in your front lawn, you know, how the decorations. If you live on a lake, you should have layers of protection. Door alarms, pool fences, or pool covers, or gates around the pool, but also that supervision. Definitely that supervision, because you know it takes less than a minute for somebody to drown.
Yes.
And we've seen that even in recent news with Bodie Miller's daughter, who I believe was 18, 19 months.
Yes.
He just talked about a lot of times in those situations, everybody thinks someone else is watching the child, and then all of a sudden you turn your back, like you said.
Right.
For just a second.
Just a second.
And it can be over. It's a big lesson for all of us.
So you always have to remember to keep those doors locked wherever it leads out to any body of water. Keep you know, a lot of people don't want to put the pool fence up because of the aesthetics. Oh, it looks so pretty without the fence up, but you want to protect your child, right? You'd rather see the fence up than anything else laying in the water.
Are there any hidden hazards out there that we should be aware of?
Oh, absolutely. Even a bucket of water, 2 inches of bucket of water, your child can drown. A bathtub filling with water, your toilets. I mean, anything like that around the house. You want to make sure you put those things away.
All right, before we go, what should everybody know about the event going on Thursday?
Okay,
you said
so
several different locations across Tampa Bay.
Several different locations across Tampa Bay. The one at our location starts at 10 o'clock, so if you want to participate, it's free to participate, and you can get there by 9:30. We'll take parent-taught adults, if they want to come in and try out the lesson, we'll have about 300 kids at our pool participating in the lesson. It's a quick 30 minutes, but it gets the word out about how important learning how to swim is.
Well, thank you so much, Teresa. Hopefully it will maybe continue. A lot of families, or help families continue to take more lessons.
I hope so. Thank you.
All right, the world's largest swim lesson will happen this Thursday. That's the 21st. First, various locations across Tampa Bay. You can find the nearest lesson happening near you at WLSL.org.